Hey guys, what's up? NFL Weekly back to again here, and today's episode's focused on how the Seahawks either are going to win or are going to lose to the Los Angeles Rams. This is an episode that will focus really on if the Seattle Seahawks season is over or if there's a little bit of juice left in the tank, because honestly, this to me is a season decider. I think that Seattle pretty much has to win the division or their hopes of getting anything really reasonable are over. Because Seattle has no chance if they get a wild card, and we all know I'm talking about a Super Bowl or an NFC Championship. At least something that will make you get really excited for, and playoff games are nice, right? But we want to see Seattle go to the Super Bowl or the NFC Championship. Or we want to see Los Angeles get to the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl. And how are they going to do that? Well, this game is the decider, in my opinion. I think this is just as important as a playoff game because, you look at this, and it is, to me, this is like the end of the season game. Like this, if either team wins this, they've got the division locked. Even if Seahawks win it, I feel like, I think they're going to get on a roll if they win it. But if Los Angeles wins it, it's over, So it's hard to say, but I'm just going to get right into this because I know you guys don't want to hear me blabber about my opinion, but you do want to hear what I have to say, so that doesn't really make sense. Anyway, I think Seattle's they're gonna put points on the board because they do. They know how to do that, and Los Angeles knows how to put points on the board. But who's gonna win the game? The Seahawks are gonna win the game because they just do. They know how to win. They know how to win games like this. If you look at Los Angeles, what are they? A compilation of second-year quarterback. They're a mix of young players. Well, you got Seahawks, and they got a veteran defense overall. They've got a few rookies for sure, but if KJ Wright, in my opinion, and Bobby Wagner can come back in this game, this is a completely different look. If KJ Wright and Bobby Wagner aren't able to play at all, they will probably lose the game. I am betting that Seattle will have one of those players, and I'm betting that Seattle will have something in them that will win them the game. I bet on Seattle all the time. I know they win. I don't bet, but I know, I have a feeling that Seattle just wins it. And a lot of times I'm wrong, and a lot of times I'm right. Seahawks just have it. They're at home. If they were away, I think LA would win the game. But since they're at home, I just think they've got a lot going for them. I think they got a lot of skill and a lot of talent. Call me crazy, but this is the same team that crushed Los Angeles before this season. Did I stutter? No, I didn't. Seattle is going to win this game at a score of 23-17. 23-17 is a score you'll see at the end of the game because it's going to be weird. 23-17. It's a weird score. It is. 23 points. You're probably wondering how. Well, I predict a missed extra point for Seattle. I'm not going to do quarter scoring because I felt that was a little too exact and precise because it never ends up that way, and it kind of just makes me look bad. So, point is, I have to say Seattle's going to win the game. And you look at the stats, you look at the skill. Seahawks are always on top. Divisional opponents, they pose a threat. They always do. You're never going to see a divisional game that's peaceful, even if it's a blowout. It just isn't. But you look at this team, and how good are they at home? They're great. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles last time they were at home. Yes, they lost to the Falcons, but the Falcons were searching for. They wanted a wild card more than the Seahawks did. I felt they were a little too confident at home. And they took too many risks because they got nervous and they freaked out. And that's the problem. That's Pete Carroll freaking out. That's not him thinking about the end of the season. Okay? That's just not. Pete Carroll now is thinking about the end of the season. And he's going to win it because he knows how to win. So, you look at this game, and I want to hear your guys' prediction. Because honestly, it means more. It's kind of just more interesting to look at what you guys have to say. Although I have to say this is just going to be a Seahawks win, 23-17. I like Seahawks. I don't like how they lost. Okay, nobody does. Nobody likes how Seahawks lost against the Jaguars. Nobody does. It's ugly. It was a bad loss. The third quarter was the worst quarter I've ever seen this season by them. But This is the same team that goes to the playoffs every year. So you're telling me they don't go one time because Russell Wilson, because the defense, they missing 2 players? That's a bad excuse. They still got Russell Wilson. They still got Doug Baldwin. They still got Paul Richardson, who's showing up. And they still got Mike Davis, who's only going to get better. So if you're going to tell me that Seattle ain't going to make the playoffs, well, you're wrong, I'm right. Mic drop.